Angel Reese has definitely been in the headlines, man, after erupting in a press conference, pretty much swearing at reporters. And I'm here to tell you today is another day of the Angel Reese drama because she has simply smacked the clipboard out of an assistant coach's hands. Yes, now all of this went down during the Washington missed this game. This happened on national television. Now, guys, I'm not one to blow up negativity, but Angel Reese is supposed to be leading young women and being a great example to girls and kids all over the world. Well, I'm here to tell you,
Angel Reese just had a full-blown meltdown on national television, slapping a clipboard out of her coach's hands in a moment of shocking defiance. This isn't the first time the WNBA star has exploded, and it's part of a disturbing pattern of behavior, from cursing out officials to public tirades. Now, the league is silent and fans are divided. Is this just competitive fire, or is Angel Reese becoming a toxic problem the WNBA can no longer ignore?
And I don't give a rat's how frustrated she is. The Chicago Sky should suspend her for this. They won't, because they're too damn scared of her fans. But this is some Bush League lack of respect. This behavior can't happen.
The moment that sent shockwaves across the sports world happened in the final 10 seconds of a game against the Washington Mystics. With the score tied and everything on the line, a frustrated Angel Reese walked toward the bench during a timeout. As assistant coach Ann Crosby approached with a clipboard, seemingly to strategize, Reese snapped.
Watch out, everyone! This is your warning. Uncle KC is giving you plenty of time to prepare because Angel Reese is about to explode! Of course, this explosion won't be happening on the court where the Chicago Bravado continue to lose games. But if you're a fan of the Chicago Bravado, if you're a fan of Angel Reese, or as they are classified on her tax forms to the IRS, dependents, if you're a fan of Angel Reese and her dozens of aliases, Uncle KC has some good news for you.
In a flash of anger, she slapped the clipboard out of Crosby's hands, a stunning act of defiance broadcast on national television. The clip went viral instantly, igniting a firestorm of debate. Reese later took to social media, blaming her frustration on the referees and giving a shout-out to the coach, saying she knew it was just the heat of the moment and that it wouldn't happen again. But for many, the damage was already done.
And Angel Reese was visibly frustrated. And Angel Reese, as she walks to the sideline, she smacks the clipboard out of one of the Chicago Sky's assistants' hand. And now, internet and these YouTube content creators that support Caitlyn Clark and glaze all over Caitlyn Clark go to their YouTube channels and start making videos talking about Angel Reese went full-time thug life. I saw video clips of people saying that Angel Reese assaulted a Chicago Sky coach.
This wasn't a one-time flare-up. It was the latest in a series of public meltdowns that paint a picture of an athlete at war with the world around her. Just days before the clipboard incident, Reese held a post-game press conference that was anything but routine. After a tough loss, she unloaded on the WNBA's officiating, her voice dripping with contempt.
Angela Reese is never going to be happy. She's already complaining to the refs. Just play ball. You're making history. You literally just made history for the 5th consecutive game with 15 rebounds or more. You're averaging a double-double and you're still complaining about these refs. Just play ball. Focus on your craft. Get better. I can't really say get better because you're averaging 15 points or more for 5 games straight right now.
She spoke of the lopsided free throw counts and how a referee told her it wasn't her job to notice. Then came the now infamous sign-off. I don't give a DMN if I get fined. I'm tired of this ST. This wasn't just a complaint. It was a declaration of war against the league's authority. She doubled down on social media, reposting a picture of a missed foul against her with a single damning word, diabolical.
Yo,
Did y'all just see Angel Reese blast the refs like that? Oh my God. Angel Reese, you got a fine coming. You know you got a fine coming. She just blasted the WNBA refs in the post-game interview and on Twitter or X, whatever you call it. Angel Reese just wilded out on the WNBA refs. Oh my goodness. Look at what... Look at what she said on Twitter. She said, look at this. She commented and said, diabolical. And then she said, I don't give a F, do better at WNBA. Whoa, Angel Reese is not playing games.
Her on-court performance is, by all accounts, historic. She recently set a WNBA record for the most consecutive games with at least 15 rebounds and was just named a WNBA All-Star for the second time. She is, without question, one of the most dominant forces in the paint. Yet, this incredible talent is being overshadowed by a pattern of behavior that many find deeply troubling. The central conflict now revolves around her status as a role model. Is it enough to be a phenomenal athlete? Or does a player with her platform have a greater responsibility to demonstrate composure and respect for the game, for coaches, and for officials? Young fans are watching, and the lesson they're learning is a complicated one.
And said diabolical. And then she said, I don't give a F, do better at WNBA. Whoa, Angel Reese is not playing games. Let's take a look at the video and see what she had to say, y'all. Woo! WNBA, the world of the messy. I am tired of it. That is cheap. I don't give a dang about the fine. Angel Reese, WNBA, Kathy Engelberg. What you gonna do?
It's impossible to discuss Angel Reese without mentioning Caitlyn Clark. The media has positioned them as rivals since their college days, a narrative fueled by their contrasting styles and personalities. This comparison becomes especially sharp when discussing on-court conduct. Critics are quick to point out that if Clark, often portrayed as America's sweetheart, were to slap a clipboard from a coach's hand or publicly curse out the league, the consequences would likely be immediate and harsh.
It's just something with the Chicago Sky team. Like, they are not doing well this season. I think that is evident. It doesn't look like they are going to make playoffs. And this was just a moment of frustration at the end of the game. It is funny, though, when you play the clip over and over. This was a warranted crash out. Like, we can give Angel Reese a pass for this crash out. But Angel Reese, over her last 6 games, has recorded over 15 rebounds in each game. And if you guys look at her stat lines here, they actually are pretty insane. 22 and 15, 16 and 17, 24 and 16, 17 and 18, 18 and 17, and 10 points and 19 rebounds. She has really stepped up.
This has opened up a difficult but necessary conversation about the racial undertones that often influence public and media perception in sports. A study that analyzed social media posts found that when both players performed the same taunt, Reese was disproportionately criticized with racialized language. The question isn't just about two players, it's about a system that seems to hold them to two very different standards.
They both impact the game. My teammates are saying Caitlyn Clark moves the needle on basketball, right? Versus Angel, who moves the needle on viewership, on interest, on engagement. No one can deny that because she's on McDonald's bags, because she has her own podcast, because she's at the Met Gala, because she's transcending the sport and she's showing girls femininity. My sister don't play basketball, no Angel Reese. My sister don't play basketball, she knows Caitlyn Clark too.
Would Angel Reese be on a McDonald's bag if she was not a champion averaging a double-double?
Nah, bro, you know what, I'm gonna get up because I don't
So you're saying Angel Reese is just an influencer?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You put words in my mouth. I said they both impacted. One impacts because of her visibility, and one impacts and actually pushes the game. So we're talking.
As Reese's controversies mount, the WNBA's response has been notably quiet. While the league did launch an investigation into alleged hateful remarks from fans earlier in the season, there has been no public disciplinary action for her outbursts toward officials or her own coaching staff. This silence is becoming deafening, and many see it as setting a dangerous precedent. It sends a message that if a player is a big enough star, if they move enough merchandise and draw enough viewers, the rules of professionalism don't apply. the league is in a precarious position, seemingly afraid to discipline one of its most marketable assets, but risking its own credibility in the process.
Angel Reese. Angel Reese is not a happy camper right now. Angel Reese is coming off of a strong 5-game set where she has had more than 15 rebounds per game, had some good performances, but she's not a happy camper.
However, to dismiss Reese's anger as a simple temper tantrum is to ignore the context. Her frustration with the officiating isn't unfounded. Many analysts and even opposing players have noted the physical way she is defended and the lack of calls she receives. The free throw disparities in some Sky games are glaring, and for a player whose game is built on battling in the paint, the feeling that she's being officiated differently is a legitimate grievance. From this angle, her outbursts aren't just chaotic acts. They're the desperate cries of a competitor who feels like the game itself is unfair. She's not just fighting her opponents, she's fighting a system that she believes is failing her.
It went to the middle of the backboard and went to the left side. She grabbed the rebound, shot it back on the other side. Grabbed the rebound again, shot it back in the middle. She had 5 rebounds in a 30-second span and scored no points.
Nuts.
I don't want to hear nothing. When you go 4 for 16 and you taking point-blank range shots, you're not very good. You're not very good.
But what about the team? While the world debates her actions online, her teammates and coaches are living with the fallout in real time. Head coach Teresa Weatherspoon, a Hall of Famer known for her own legendary intensity, is now tasked with managing a generational talent who publicly defies her staff. Publicly, Weatherspoon has been supportive, often deflecting questions by praising Reese's passion. But behind closed doors, these outbursts can be corrosive. They can erode trust, disrupt game plans, and force other players to walk on eggshells. Team chemistry is a fragile thing, and when one player's emotional state constantly dominates the conversation, it becomes difficult to build the unity required to win championships. The question is no longer just how the league handles Reese, but how her own team navigates a superstar whose brilliance is matched only by her volatility.
Now, let's check out this box score real quick to look and see why she was so damn frustrated. So, as you guys can see here, the Chicago Sky lost another close game, bro. And as of right now, they're sitting at 5-13 for the season. The final score of this game was 79-81. And the Misfits walked away with the dub, dog. Unfortunately, Angel Reese is crashing out. She played 36 minutes. She had 15 rebounds. Damn. 4 assists and 22 points, which is another double-double performance for Angel Reese.
Let's be honest. Controversy sells. Every outburst from Angel Reese is clipped, shared, and debated within minutes, fueling a media ecosystem that thrives on outrage. Sports talk shows, YouTube channels, and social media algorithms all reward this kind of drama with views and engagement. Reese herself has become a master of this game, using social media to build her brand and clap back at critics. But this creates a dangerous feedback loop. The more her outbursts are monetized and magnified, the more the line blurs between authentic emotion and a public performance. It raises an uncomfortable question. Is she now trapped by the very persona that made her famous? The Bayou Barbie is also the unapologetic lightning rod, and the media machine needs her to be both. This constant scrutiny turns every game into a potential spectacle, waiting for the next viral moment to explode.
The Washington Mystic took down the Chicago Sky earlier today, 81-79, in another frustrating loss for the Chicago Sky. And Angel Reese had another stellar performance, notching 22 points, 15 rebounds to continue her 15 rebound streak now to 6 games. And in that game, there was a little incident that took place, and now the internet is going crazy, and these YouTube content creators are making a mockery out of it.
Beyond the court, Angel Reese is a global brand. With major endorsements from companies like Reebok and McDonald's, she has transcended sports to become a cultural icon. But her recent behavior puts that empire at risk. Corporate sponsors invest millions in athletes to represent their values. And while a fiery, competitive spirit is marketable, public disrespect for authority and emotional instability are not. Brands are notoriously risk-averse. There is a tipping point where an athlete's controversial behavior becomes a liability rather than an asset. If these meltdowns continue, Reese could find herself in a position where her on-court value is outweighed by the off-court risk. The very brand she has built on being unapologetically herself could be threatened if herself is seen as unprofessional and uncontrollable. So, we are left with a complex and conflicting portrait of a superstar. Angel Reese is a record-breaking talent, a cultural force, and a lightning rod for debate. But she is also an athlete whose public outbursts are overshadowing her historic achievements. Her actions have ripple effects far beyond a single game, impacting her team's chemistry, fueling a media outrage machine, and even jeopardizing the powerful brand she has so carefully built. The question is no longer just about passion versus poison, it's about legacy. Will she be remembered as a generational talent who changed the game, or as a cautionary tale of a brilliant career derailed by an inability to control the fire within? Angel Reese is walking that razor's edge, and the entire sports world is watching to see which side she falls on.